Hello, my name is Chad Boudreau, and today we're going to be talking about forms of formative assessment. Um, so let's get started. The first thing I want to do is just give a brief description of what formative assessment is. Basically, the main idea of formative assessment is improving instruction while the students are learning. So it's being able to give feedback and instruction while the tasks are and objectives are being completed by the students during the class. So it's a little bit different than summative assessment, where it's more of a test form where there's grades given. This is basically um, providing feedback and helping with the actual learning while the class is proceeding. So we're going to get going. My performance objective that I've chosen to deal with is students will be able to strike a tennis ball over the net. This is obviously for physical education, and we're going to keep proceeding. Next, my formative assessment number one, the first thing I'm going to be doing is going to be exit slips. A pretty simple way of doing it. Basically, I'll run the class with a whole class instruction. I'm going to demonstrate the three parts needed for this objective, assuming the position, holding the tennis ball with your non-dexterous hand, drop the ball on the ground lightly, and strike the ball. So this is something that I'm going to show, I'm going to demonstrate, then I'm going to have them line up in front of a wall or fence and practice these three positions. Also, you can use a form of differentiation here with flexible. You can make pairs. You can do flexible grouping, where you have the high level students with the high level students. You could use the high level with low level students, so there's some peer teaching occurring. And basically, 5 minutes before the class is over, hand out your pre-made slips and ask them what problems they had with, or if they had no problems with these three positions that are needed to fulfill this task. Pretty simple. The rationale, obvious, is it's simple, and it helps give you an idea where your students are individually. You're going to have specific data knowing where they are. So pretty simple and effective way for a formative assessment. Next, um, I'm going to do a jigsaw sort of basketball discussion um, type assessment. This is something that I got from the readings. Basically, what I would do is have them have three separate groups. Group one would be doing the assume the proper position and proper stance with holding the ball. Next, having them the second group would be holding the ball with your non-dominant hand, having the ball and your dominant hand holding the tennis racket and getting comfortable in these positions. And then the third group would be dropping the ball and striking it. Now, another form of differentiation that you could use is you probably want your high level students to be doing the third group where they're actually striking the ball. And then you go around to each group, make sure that they're proficient and become almost experts with this group. And then the whole point of having the jigsaw is having, you're going to separate the groups, having an expert from each of the previous groups into new groups where everybody is an expert from um, the different groups, and this way they can get they can socialize and once again have some peer teaching where they're helping each other make it through the three levels. So jigsaw is a good way um, of doing an assessment, because you can go around and then you can actually see how they're doing, what's going on, and spend time with each of the groups. Um, and once again, you're going to have it's just going to be evident you're going to have high levels helping the lower levels. So jigsaw is a good way to have that group orientation. And like I said, for the lower levels, you can have them become confident, if they have any ambiguity about, tennis in general, having them work at the, the simple just addressing and holding the ball can help with that situation. So, yep, jigsaw and basketball discussions. Basically, they're going to be in that group talking with each other and helping each other. So, yeah, a good way to assess and be there to provide that feedback as a teacher and have the students provide that feedback as well. Next, we're going to go on to, so the rationale, there's social and differentiation elements that are applicable. Next, we're going to go on to my final assessment, which is video assessment. Now, this is something that I learned when I was in university. It is the future, and it's something that can be done simply. As teachers, we do have phones that have video capability, and I think this is a very an excellent way to get feedback and provide help in teaching the skills with the students. And you can do it individually or in a group. So basically, you could have them pair up, have them practicing, go over, and be like, okay, show me the steps. I'm going to videotape you guys doing this, and then have them come over, look at the video, and you can work with each other, discuss it, see where there's problems, and you can put it even in slow motion. I have a video here that shows how slow motion can be done, and the video and the cameras that we have do have this ability. So it's something that I think is a great way to get effective feedback and be able to help students with their problem areas. So yeah, those are my 3 formative assessments. Once again, we have the exit slips, the jigsaw, basketball discussion, and of course the video assessment. So thank you for listening. Cheers.